Hi, so I'm here with Allegra and we're talking about new foster parents in New York City. And Benterprise, we are a dog care company and we want to work with foster parents to help make the process of getting a foster dog and then caring for a foster dog once you have one as easy as possible. A lot of people don't take into consideration the amount of work that actually goes into owning a dog in New York City, even if it is temporary.
Hi, I'm Casey. I'm with Benterprise. Ben just talked about fostering, and we wanted to get some knowledge out there about what it takes to foster a dog. So again, this is Allegra.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, she fosters animals through a company called Muddy Paws. They're shelters, they do fostering, they do like...
So they actually, they're non-shelter based rescue, so they only take in animals if they have homes available.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Yeah. I had a few questions for you, just to kind of get the information out there. So, what exactly is fostering?
So fostering is you're taking in a dog as if it's your own, even though it's not yours.
Mm-hmm.
So you are expected to show them all the love and affection and care that you would your own dog and really your own kid. It's very much like having a child. A lot of things just entail, you have to commit to walking them, you have to commit to taking them to any sort of doctor's appointments. A really good thing about Muddy Paws is that they worked around my schedule. I have a regular 9 to 6 job, so I wasn't expected to take off work, to go to the vet or anything like that.
Right. So essentially they know your work schedule and they say, oh, here's like a low maintenance dog for you to take care of. You
fill out like a very in-depth
like a questionnaire.
And so it really depends on your hours at home, what age you can foster. It turns out, what I've seen, they have a lot of litters and a lot of pregnant moms. So they need a lot of people who can attend to puppies, under 3 months old really, or even newborns. Every 2 to 3 hours. So that bracket, I was not in. I was more in the bracket where a dog can be walked in the morning, walked in the middle of the day, and then again, do regular walking when I get home.
So do you end up paying for medical costs?
No medical bills paid for. There is a form that you sign that, obviously, if something happens under your care that is within your control, I do think you might have to subsidize some of the medical costs.
Right.
I don't know specifics, but anything that the dog is coming in with. So they often come in with kennel cough. Sarah came in with kennel cough. They gave me all the antibiotics. I monitored her. If she needed to go back for anything, they would have covered it.
That's like a load off your mind, because I know a lot of people, when they think about adopting a dog or getting one from a breeder, they wonder about medical costs and especially if you're not ready 100% committed to getting a dog yet.
I think most foster groups would or rescues would commit to paying vet bills. Just because it's really a lot of money, and if you're fostering, you wouldn't necessarily invest in pet insurance,
How did you hear about fostering, and what made you say, yes, I want to do that?
I heard about it because Muddy Paws came to a work event that was doing pet photography. So they brought in a couple puppies, and I'm really into dogs. So my coworker was like, go to the store, they've got dogs there. So I went, and I ended up just chatting with a bunch of them. And I honestly didn't know the specifics of fostering before. And so they gave me their card, and I researched it. And it really felt like they made it as easy as possible for you to take in a dog. They set up all the transport. They give you the crate, the leash. You get a starter pack when you get the dog. You get
what does the starter pack consist of?
Waste bags, food, brand new toys, treats, a lot of really cute things that you would need. And after that, they add you to a bunch of different groups on Facebook that are a closed group for fosters in Manhattan. And I did one post saying, hey guys, I'm new to the foster community. Does anyone have some gear to donate? I got everything.
Really?
I got the crate that you see behind me. I got tons of food and treats and toys.
Wow.
Everyone just kind of recycles things.
Even though you're a new foster parent, what is the most rewarding thing about fostering for you?
I think seeing the transition with the dog's attitude from the time that they come to you, and maybe like that shelter picture that they send you, you know, like the picture behind the cage, and then like a couple weeks later, when the dog came to me, obviously like ears down, tail between her legs, her legs, just kind of like didn't really want to be touched so much, kind of went in a corner, and then like a couple weeks later, like without even saying anything, I'd be watching TV and she'd like come up to my bed and like sit on me, you know?
That's great.
When you foster, you should try to do any training that the dog needs. And in the first 2 weeks, like she really didn't acknowledge so much if I was like speaking to her.
Right.
Also, it's hard because Sierra Mist is like an assigned name. We don't know what her name was before.
Oh, so she doesn't really understand that you're talking to her yet.
It is hard, and so you have to kind of work around that. But after the 2.5 week mark, I felt like I made a lot of progress with things that I needed to with her, and it was really cute.
Yeah. Like, if she's not used to petting you, are there any like ways that you can kind of help her get used to human touch? Or
you're supposed to allow the dog to come to you. I think.
Just let her take her time.
Yeah. Like she wasn't so bad. Like when she first got to me, she like was jumping on all of us. Like my roommates were here, but then she came upstairs and kind of like I guess settled into the situation. It took a few days for her to like kind of acknowledge like where she is. Like I'm not like, in the kennel
this
anymore.
Is home, I guess.
Yeah. So she let us like pet her, but it wasn't like cuddling, like she's just like okay. So Sierra came to me for a little bit grimy, and we were all laughing because like you know we didn't want her to get more traumatized by bathing her, so I think we waited like 4 days.
Wow.
And it was so funny because I would put like towels on my bed because I'm like
you're lay here,
like lay there, like you're a white dog but you're a little gray looking right now.
Oh no. If there's a point where you realize you can't really foster anymore and like you, for whatever reason, if you have to suddenly move or if you have to leave for an extended period of time, can you just like quit and they can find a new home for the dog?
So with Money Paws, they assigned you a foster buddy when you first get it. So I have somebody that works for them. That is my contact all day whenever I need her. So it was very, very helpful in the beginning. And she or he would be the person that you would say, I have a family emergency, I have X, Y, and Z, I can't care for the dog. There's, I think, over 1,000 people in their group on Facebook.
Wow.
And I see all the time people post saying, hey guys, X, Y, and Z came up, can anyone take my dog for a few days until Muddy Paws can secure a longer foster. They usually require a 2-week minimum. But I mean, I don't know if there's ever been like really crazy emergencies, but so far from what I've been seeing online, people are like, yeah, I can have her for a night.
Do you need like any type of training before you start fostering the dogs? Like,
so after the questionnaire, they set up an interview with you, a phone call. I think mine was about 45 minutes, and it was really just a conversation. Like, what have you done in your life that involved caring for animals? Tell me about your experiences, and then they would tell us what we're required to know, and then we go to an orientation, and we go through like a whole list of potential medical issues that could come up. What is something to freak out about? What is something to not freak out about? What involves you know, calling the emergency hotline in the middle of the night. So they really run you through. A lot of times, so they work with an open intake shelter in Kentucky, and a lot of times the dog will just come straight off the truck into the foster's hands and go home. So it's not really like in a shelter where they have like the assessment period. So they try to know as much as they can, but you know,
sometimes it's like, well, here we are. You and me, dog, let's go. You know. One more question. Do you have any advice for people who are like considering fostering, or if they really want to do it but they just have no idea where to start?
If you have social media, I would actually start following a lot of the different Manhattan rescues online. They are crazy about putting out information. I learned a lot from just following different Manhattan rescues.
Can you name some of them?
There's Muddy Paws, there's True North, there's Secondhand Rescue, Animal Haven, the ACC, like the Manhattan ACC. I would advise that someone is really open to going with the flow with whatever happens.
Try to be like flexible and like, well, okay, that didn't work, but I guess we're gonna go this way and not stress about it.
Like to prepare, maybe if you have carpeting in your house, to roll up your carpet. No, like
no, I'm like, that's a great idea.
If you want to foster, you should understand that the rescue can't commit to this dog being perfect and not destroying your apartment, and it's not really on them, you know. You're opening your house to a dog that may have experienced a lot of trauma, maybe has never lived in a house, you know, lived outside.
So the big thing is like having patience
and just
flexibility
and understanding that your apartment might not be in great shape.
Exactly. All right, cool. So that was our video. This is Allegra again. She's with Muddy Paws. So if you guys want any extra information, you can contact Muddy Paws. They can put you in touch with fostering or even donating any old pet supplies that you have. That's the end of the video. If you guys like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal that YouTube does. And we'll be putting out more content. Let us know what other videos you want us to
rescue
make.
Puppies.
Yeah, rescue puppies.
Yeah.
Okay.